Hey guys, this is your girl Jennifer Lynn, the Crown Jewel, and I am back with another YouTube video. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So today I want to address one of the comments on a video that I did, I think a day or two ago. And so somebody put in the comments that basically they did not want their spouse back. They did not want their kingdom spouse back um, because of everything that they had did to them. And so the title of this video is After Everything They've Done to Me, I Do Not Want Them Back. After everything they've done to me, I do not want them back. So I'm assuming that this person, and I really hope that they hear this video, but I'm assuming that God has told you that this is your kingdom spouse. And so you are basically saying that, you don't want them back because of all the hurt that they've put you through and, all the pain. And I totally understand that. And as I always tell you guys, there is a process to this kingdom spouse journey, to this kingdom marriage journey. It is a process on both ends. And so, one of the major components in this journey is getting healed and forgiveness. And so, like I said, it's understandable that you're feeling some type of way and you don't want to be bothered with your spouse because of what they've done. I would encourage you to ask God to heal your heart, to allow you to have forgiveness in your heart, and for you just to see the truth. And when I speak of truth, that can come in many different ways. As we know, there's a saying that says, hurt people hurt people. And so a lot of these kingdom spouses, they have done a lot of damage. They've done a lot of damage, and a lot of them, they've been through a lot of things in their lives, and it's because they've just been through a lot of things in their lives, and a lot of people, when they go through things, they do not get healed. And so they take that pain and they project and put that pain onto the people around them, the people that's closest to them. And so this is exactly what a lot of these kingdom spouses have done. But again, these kingdom spouses, they have been through a lot in their lives even before we came in contact with them. And it's unfortunate that um we had to go through that pain. We had to be on the receiving end of that pain. But um at the end of the day, it's all for the glory of God. It's all, something so much more is going to come out of this situation, and you guys are going to be able to help so many people. You're going to have such an awesome testimony. But I encourage each and every person listening to this video, if you feel like you can relate to what this person is saying, that they do not want their spouse back because of everything that they have put them through, I encourage you to go before the Lord and just ask them, to ask Him to heal your heart. Ask Him to allow you to have forgiveness in your heart. Ask Him if this is your kingdom spouse. As you guys know, my favorite phrase, I know you guys know what my favorite phrase is by now. These kingdom marriages are not about us. And so when we can look at it like that, there's a lot that we can put aside. Um, there's so much that I wish I could tell you guys on a personal level, but if you give it time, God is going to heal you in the areas that you need to be healed. He is going to heal you. Like I said, I encourage you to go before the Lord and ask Him to allow you to have forgiveness. We have all done things, and I've even talked about this in videos. We have all done things. We've all wronged somebody in our lives, whether it's, what we may have said, what we've done, things that were done unintentionally. We have all done things, and God has given us grace. And he's forgiven us. He's allowed other people that we have hurt to forgive us. So it's the same thing. You have to have a forgiving heart. And I know it's not easy when it comes to love. But again, a lot of these spouses, they have been through a lot. And here's something that's key. Have you guys ever took a look at your spouse's family? Like there's always a background story. These spouses, God just didn't put them on the earth like this, and they came with all of these issues. That's not how it works. Things have happened in their lives, and unfortunately, because they did not know how to handle the things that they went through, they came into agreement with the enemy. And so, like I said, take a look at the family members that are, around, your kingdom spouse, the parents, aunts, uncles. You will see there are a lot of similar traits, a lot of dysfunction, a lot of curses, even witchcraft. This stuff, it doesn't just start with the kingdom spouse. A lot of these kingdom spouses, they've been hurt in other relationships, so now they're scared. They don't know how to respond. They may have been hurt by, someone that they were in a romantic relationship with in the past. So now their guard is up. Some of them, they may have been abused when they were younger. Some of them, they may have even been sexually abused. And Tiffany Montgomery, I'm sure you guys all know her. I remember her doing an interview. I don't, it's a new interview. I don't know who the guy was, but it was a very good interview. I didn't even get a chance to watch the full thing. But one of the things that I remember her saying is people that they feel like they have to have sex. It's almost like sex is just a big thing to them. Some of these people, and I'm paraphrasing, some of these people, they have like sex addictions, and they just have to have sex. These are people that have 9 times out of 10 they have been molested. So I'm saying that to say these spouses, again, God didn't just put them in the world like this. He didn't just put them on the earth with all these issues. There is a backstory. And I know a lot of people that are close to me, people in my past and present. A lot of the people, they've been through so much in their lives, and it's like I can't even believe that they're still existing. Like people have been through some serious stuff, but these people, I can't name not one of these people out of all the people that I know. Not one can have a successful relationship romantically or even with family members because they have not gotten healed in areas. They have chosen just to, put everything aside and go on living life the way they've been living life. And so it's the same thing with the kingdom spouses. A lot of them, they've been through things, and they have chosen not to walk with the Lord. They have chosen not to get healed. There's a backstory. So I don't know, maybe if you guys can look at it like that. Excuse me. If you can look at it like that, um hopefully God will allow you to somewhat have a softer heart, where you can begin to forgive. But I will tell you guys, and I don't want to scare you, I really pray that you guys seek healing and allow God to soften your heart if you have not forgiven your spouse. Because if God has told you that this is the person that you are supposed to be with, and you're choosing not to forgive, you're flat out telling God, I'm not going to be with them because they've put me through XYZ. Now you're walking in a spirit of disobedience. And unfortunately, if you don't get it together at some point, it's going to be a price to pay for that. Again, I know it's a process. A lot of this is going to take time. But if the Lord has told you, you are to be with this person, you guys are going to do XYZ when you guys get married, and you're refusing the marriage, you're walking in a spirit of disobedience, just like the kingdom spouse is right now. And what's happening with a lot of these kingdom spouses? There is going to be a judgment call. So you don't think that there's going to be a judgment call on you if you're going against what God has told you to do? And again, I don't want to scare anybody. All of this is coming from a place of love, but I want to be honest with you guys about how I see this journey, how I see the process, and just this whole kingdom marriage thing. So I don't know if this makes sense. You definitely need to go before the Lord if you are rejecting your spouse. Your spouse needs you at this time. Like I said, a lot of them, they're hurt. They've been through a lot in their lives. And like I said, I encourage you guys just to look down the family line. Just start looking, and you will start to see patterns, and you will know that this didn't just start with your kingdom spouse. Um and like I said, I really wish I could tell you guys things about my situation and how God just allowed me to forgive without holding on to grudges and being mad. But it was only when I started getting closer to Him, it was much easier to forgive, especially when He told me that this was my person. So I'll tell you guys this. I told my kingdom spouse, you know, I'm not gonna say when, but at some point in the past, I told him that I couldn't do it anymore. I could not do it anymore. It was too much. It was just too much, and he wasn't doing the right thing. Within a matter of seconds, this man blocked me on everything because he was upset that I basically shut him down and said, I'm done. I'm done. I am no longer choosing to give you what you want in this situation when I know that you're not doing the right thing. I am walking away. And it was the hardest thing. Oh my God, it was the hardest thing for me to do because this was like my best friend. Um, you know, I know all you guys know what it's like to have everything within that one person. They're not perfect, but when you can have a mate that's a friend, they're your mate on a romantic level, all these things. Basically, they're like home. I had to walk away. I had to make a decision, and this was God allowing things to happen between us so this divine separation could take place. And this is getting into something else because I still need to do a video on divine separation, but God allowed certain things to happen in order for us to separate. It was the hardest thing for me to separate from Him, but I couldn't keep allowing him to do and move however he wanted to move, and it was affecting me and making me feel some type of way. And this was all a part of God's plan anyway. It had to play out like this. And not only that, we were both in sin, walking in disobedience, so it was only a matter of time. But he ended up blocking me on everything within a matter of seconds after I told him we're done. We can't talk anymore. And so he basically tried to retaliate against me. And this is something like a next level stuff. Like, you're really trying to hurt me because I'm saying that I'm done with this situation because you're choosing not to do the right thing. And I'm not going to be involved in that. I'm not going to support that. So, um, he did something, like I said, most people, you would think, okay, this man is really, he's really trying to like hurt me on a different level. So this was him retaliating against me, and it was the situation, it was just, it was put out there for my family to see. I can't go into detail about what it was, but um God, I was very angry about it, and I did, respond when I found out about certain things or whatever. And within a matter of a day or two after I found out about the situation, within a day, I want to say anywhere from like 2 to 3 days, it was like it never happened. God just allowed me to immediately forgive him. And when I first learned this information, I just knew I was gonna stay mad forever. Like I was just gonna stay mad forever. That's the best way I could explain it. Within a matter of 3 days, um, it was like it never happened. God just, and I thank God for that. That He did something in me that did not allow me to hold on to that anger towards him, not just for him, but for myself, because it takes a lot of energy to stay mad at somebody. It takes a lot to stay mad at somebody. As much as sometimes when people do things, we feel like it's easier to stay mad at them than forgive, but it takes a lot of energy to stay mad. And so I thank God that He did that for me and for him. He allowed me to forgive him for me, and He allowed me to forgive him for him. So, and I was able to, pray for him after that, all this and that, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I mean, we've all been through something with these kingdom spouses. I remember, like I said, when I found out this information and it was told to me by someone, I just told them, I said, that's not him that you're talking to. That's a demon that you're talking to. So that's another way for you guys to look at this. These kingdom spouses, the things that they're doing is demonic spirits, because they've come into agreement with the kingdom of darkness. They've come into agreement with the enemy. And so these are demonic spirits that's working through them. And this is one reason why we have to continue to pray for them. Who they are, what they're doing and carrying on, this is not the real them. So, guys, I don't know if any of this makes sense. Like I said, I just encourage you guys to get healing. Ask God to allow you to forgive. Like I said, there is definitely a process. Some people, they may have to even talk it out with some people. I wouldn't recommend anybody, maybe someone close, or some people, they go to therapy. Journaling is a really good thing. A lot of healing comes through, journaling. You have to find some different outlets or whatever, so you're not staying unhealed and mad and all these different things. But yeah, I just encourage you guys. I don't want you to walk in disobedience if the Lord has told you that this is your person. So I would love to have your feedback in the comments. Let's have some open and honest conversation about this. I'm curious as to what you guys think. How many people honestly feel like they can't do it anymore with their kingdom spouses because it's been so much hurt involved? Do you feel like you're in a place of forgiveness and you've been healed? There's no judgment here, but I am just kind of curious. And a lot of times, well, I'm not going to say a lot of times, sometimes I don't comment, but I see the comments, and sometimes God leads me to pray. So if there's people that even need prayer, I may put that on a community post or something, if people are looking for prayer in certain areas of their lives. But sometimes when I see things, I do pray for people or whatever, based on what they post in the comments. So this is your girl, Jennifer Lynn, the Crown Jewel, and I will talk with you guys next time.